to investigation of cases. Under the Constitution, we are not permitted to investigate cases that are before courts of law. And so many times, many of the cases that are reported within the media are already before the courts of law. Someone is arrested and within 48 hours they are charged. For example, the incidents in Mbarara recently with the National Unity Platform candidate and the arrests that happened there were several arrests, and those that were arrested were charged. So as a first response, we did note that those arrests happened, and we went and found out whether these people had access to their lawyers, whether they all the rights that pertain to a suspect. But then they were produced in court, and that is where our mandate stops. Beyond that, we leave the courts to handle. So many of the incidents that have been arising on the campaign trail in the recent past are matters that are before court, which we may not delve so much into. But that does not stop us from monitoring those incidents and advising where necessary on what appropriate action should be taken. So we have noted the incidents that happened in Iganga concerning Okello, the deceased who died. We've not received a formal complaint, but we are closely monitoring that case. But in terms of actual complaints received during the election period, we've not received any complaints in the recent past. I believe the most recent complaint we had arose from the Kawempe by-election, and that investigation is almost complete. And we believe that at our next tribunal hearing next year, numbers, as Uganda Human Rights Commission, the numbers, like I said, we are monitoring. So I wanted to make that distinction clear. We may not have received specific complaints, but we are monitoring the election period, and we are noting all the different allegations, incidences that may be happening. For example, I've mentioned that in Mbarara, about 70 people were arrested, and those have been charged in courts of law. Well, that's the information that we picked from our Mbarara regional office. So we are following up to see, okay, so many were arrested. If 45 were charged, as you're saying, it means that the others were released on no charge, which is good to note. In terms of the numbers that the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights has mentioned, we don't have these statistics. I think, Chair, I'll allow you to speak into the report.
Yeah, I think let's have a response in Uganda about that question in Uganda, then Uganda.
Okay, ku nsonga y'okutubuuza nti waliwo emisango gye tufunye oba egiroopeddwa eri akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu ku nsonga ezeekuusa ku kutulugunyizibwa mu kaseera kano, mbadde njagadde okwanukula nti ssemateeka atuwa mandate oba obuyinza okunoonyereza mu nsonga zonna, naye ensonga bw'ebanga emaze okutwalibwa mu kkooti, awo tetulinaawo buyinza. N'olwekyo mbadde ngamba nti waliwo ensonga zoogerwako mu mawulire nti oba Mbarara wabaddeyo kino, oba Iganga wabaddeyo kino, oba Kawempe wabaddeyo kino na kino. Ensonga bw'ebanga emaze okutwalibwa mu kkooti, tuba tetugiyingiramu ng'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. So tuze tulondoola ebigenda mu maaso, naye weewaawo tetunaakufunayo muntu ajja n'aloopa ensonga ewaffe mu butongole. Naye nga tekitugaana ng'ab'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu okugenda abantu gye bali ne tumanya kino kibaddewo, era ensonga eyo tugenda tugirondoola. Ssentebe w'akakiiko ayogedde nti tujja kufulumya report. So ebintu ebyo byonna tujja tubirondoola ne tumanya kino kyabaddewo, bameka bakwatiddwa, bano batwaliddwa mu mbuga z'amateeka, bano bateereddwa, oba ensonga yonna bw'etyo. Ne ngamba nti naye tewali kirobera muntu yenna, era nsaba Abannayuganda bonna nti bw'obanga olinayo ekintu kyonna kyonna ky'olabye ng'olaba nga kyekuusa ku ddembe ly'obuntu, okututuukirira ku hotlines zaffe oba otutuukira ku app yaffe okutuloopera ensonga yonna gy'olaba nga ekwata ku ddembe ly'obuntu. Ensonga ya Mwami Okello eyafiira eyiganga ng'atambula mu campaign z'omu ku banoonya akalulu. Njogedde nti office yaffe y'Ejjinja Regional Office ensonga eyo yatandise dda okuginoonyerezaako, naye ne ŋŋamba nti mu kaseera kano siina update ku nsonga eyo, sinaagifuna tenaakutuuka ku desk yange, naye nga kyemmanyi nti officer waffe Ejjinja ensonga eyo yagitandiseeko.